they changed my name in the Facebook chat to 2D over 3D girls.
Well, I mean, that was probably like what, like 2018 maybe?
Yes, 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
beginning of 2018.
Anime became mainstream late 2018. So
I think a little before that.
The
My
advent
Hero
of My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
When did My Hero Academia come out? That was like 2017. When did My Hero Academia become popular? It was like the second season.
Second season started 2017 in March. That would line up with things.
It's around there. If you talk about anime at that point, you're a weeb. If you just talk about it, if you just slightly mention it once, you're a weeb.
Oh, yeah.
You're a degenerate.
You're scum. Scum's Wish.
What?
I've never watched that series, but I think, isn't that a Yuri one? Isn't your Scum's Wish a Yuri cheating one?
No, I think you're thinking of Citrus, or
I think that's also a Yuri one, though. I think Citrus is the Yuri one with siblings, is it not?
Yes.
Okay.
Because there's Citrus and there's another one like with an orange. I think there's one called Orange.
Is it? I thought that was Citrus.
No, I think there's one called. There is one called Citrus for sure.
Yeah.
But there's also one called Orange.
If there's actually a series called Orange, that's kind of crazy. They really need to diversify their naming on this genre.
There's an Orange. Yeah, it's called Orange.
Well, you learn something new every day.
But this is just about like friends. But I think there's a lot of cheating in this one too. There's like NTR stuff in this one.
Do people just? Is it because of Lemon? No, I'm joking.
Is there something called Lemon?
No, Lemon is just a tag in fan fiction.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Don't ask me why I know that.
Yeah. Citrus is the Yuri one, and then there's Scum's Wish.
Scum's Wish, I've no clue if I'm wrong.
No, I don't think so. I think Scum Wish is the NTR one. There's just a bunch of NTR.
There's an NTR one?
Yeah. Scum Wish is just NTR over NTR, and there's like a lot of sex in it.
What the fuck? Really?
Yeah. It's like, well, not NTR necessarily. It's like cheating.
Okay. Well, I don't know how we're gonna start off with that being our episode, but it is what it is. We got all the degeneracy out last week, so regardless of what we talk about this week, can't be as bad. But it was great. Should probably also preface this. Feel a bit bad last week because we had some technical issues and we lost Raf's intro last week, so it kind of just opens with him.
With us.
Yeah, with us just talking about the top 9 lists without any idea on our
we didn't introduce him because he is an international criminal and we didn't want to reveal his location.
Don't want to put that title on him, but something around those lines. Now, but
it wasn't anything big. It was just tax fraud.
Nothing. Yeah, streamers do all the time.
Yeah.
For any of you who watched the episode last week, Ralph's a good friend of mine. He's my auditing in the Filipino club at Cal Poly. And, I've talked to him about anime for a few years and he listened to the podcast, so he wanted to hop on. It's great having him. Hopefully have him again.
Our first guest. That's crazy.
First guest. And also, I forgot to say, pray for him. Nothing bad happened to him, but he did tell me that the adaptation of Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer is apparently trash. So pray for this guy because he was talking about this anime.
He needs all the well wishes.
Yeah.
I was going to say something spicy there, but I didn't want to say it. I'll tell you. No, that's after the podcast.
That's after.
Yeah. I always get mad in podcasts when people like can't say something because it's like involves somebody's like they don't want to dox somebody or something, but they're always like, "I'll tell you after the podcast. I'll tell you after." I always get mad with people.
Really?
Yeah, because people do that often.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
It's like, I'll tell you about this. It's about this person we can't talk about, but I'll tell you after the podcast.
We've done that.
We've done that for sure.
Yes,
but it's like, but I do that on purpose just to It's like I finally get to do it. Fuck you.
The opportunity came up and I'm using it fully. Oh, you messaged me. It doesn't exist in my mind after you messaged me about the Yu Yu Hakusho live adaptation.
Yeah, it's just.
I saw that like literally 2 days after everyone was trashing apparently a Resident Evil Netflix.
Yeah, that one actually came out. That was the one that it actually like it wasn't like announced or anything.
Yeah, that was actually released, and I still don't know if the screenshots that I saw with the subtitles were those actual subtitles.
Those were actual subtitles.
Those were actual subtitles?
The Zootopia stuff? Yeah.
Okay. I saw that. Yeah. if that's actually what's getting written
Yeah.
and produced, I don't know what to say. Like,
I feel bad for all you Resident Evil fans. You guys are eating like garbage right now.
I feel bad for aspiring writers because some people apparently shouldn't be in those positions right now. If that's what they're writing. No offense to you, but if you wrote that
Y'all need
shit,
to go back to school for that one.
then you know you need to learn the literary devices. Yeah, that was actually horrific. If those were, I can't believe that's actually real now that I think about it. I just remembered, like, you said Zootopia. I was like, well, what the fuck was the Zootopia quote? And it's like piecing together as we continue talking about it.
Yeah. Apparently, there's one good actor. The actor that plays Wesker apparently is like the best actor in the whole show.
They have Wesker in it?
Yeah, they have Wesker in it. Or it's like a clone of Wesker or something. Sorry, spoilers for a show you're 100% not gonna watch.
How do you know it's a clone of Wesker?
I watched the video and they were like complaining about it and they were talking about spoilers and I was like,
okay.
I don't care. I'm not gonna watch it. Yeah. I think nobody even had faith in it in the first place. That's like the problem with Netflix. It's like no one has faith in them to make anything like good.
That's true. When is the last time we had a good Netflix series? We've had, I could think of 3.
They've had some. I'm thinking, when was the last time we had a show that was anticipated and was good from Netflix? Not something that just, because I feel like some of the ones that came out of Netflix are like things that kind of just came out of nowhere and it was like a big thing, you know?
Stranger Things, Squid Game is actually based off novel, but we'll call Squid Game and Orange is the New Black are like the ones I think of as like, they were
and those
good.
kind of just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, there wasn't any.
They didn't. Yeah, you know, it wasn't like a property or something that was like, oh, Netflix is doing this thing. Honestly, the thing I think are actually the best in Netflix is like documentaries and stuff. Not like
that is true.
Shows, you know, like exciting.
Still need to watch the Firefest documentary.
Dude, oh my god, that one is actually really good. That I do recommend. But like something that's like, you know, oh my god, Netflix is doing this thing and it comes out and it's actually good. No.
Yeah.
Like not in a long time.
It's true. I don't think that there's ever been a existing IP where when Netflix announces something for it, I'm like, oh, this is gonna boost, you know, the IP. I just think, how's Netflix gonna fuck this one up?
Yeah, exactly.
But when you have no expectations or like literally no idea on what the series is about with the series we just previously mentioned, most of the time it turns out pretty well.
Yeah.
And then they milk it.
I don't know. Netflix just has a reputation of like greenlighting absolutely anything. It's like you can just like tell them I want to film grass growing and perfect, we'll put you in the grass growing section. We have 5 other shows of just grass growing. It's perfect.
Was the Planet Earth documentaries them, or was that just
Planet Earth?
I
thought Planet Earth came out before.
Okay, that if it did come out before, then yeah, that's something else.
I think it came out like quite a while ago.
Okay, then,
and then maybe they put him there now. I'm not sure.
But you are right about the green light thing, because they're still trying to make games. I don't know if you also saw in the news where they lost like 1 million, I think like 1.3 million subscribers over the last three months. And
I could imagine. I mean, all the good stuff is either HBO Max or Disney Plus. A lot of people go. Disney Plus. Of people go on Disney Plus. Yeah. I've not really heard that many people on Peacock, but that's where The Office is.
Is it The Office?
Yeah, it's on there because it's by the company that made The Office.
They don't even have Jeopardy anymore. I would literally probably stay if they had Jeopardy, but they don't. Mm-hmm. So nothing has Jeopardy. It's a trash.
I think I've only used it in the last like 3-4 months for Komi-san because they have exclusive rights.
Oh yeah, they have exclusive rights to Komi-san. I think my last thing is in fact Squid Game. I could probably list the things I've watched on Netflix, less than 50 things in entirety.
Dude, the only time Netflix was good is when they had DVDs. That's all I'm saying.
Right when Blockbuster didn't buy them.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, that's when Netflix is goated. Because you could like it had no late fees, it was DVDs instead of like VHSs.
Did you ever use I believe it was called Redbox outside like 7-Elevens and stuff? Where you just
constantly, my parents loved those things.
Just borrow a movie like a day or two.
For like $1 a day.
$1 a day. It was a good deal for the most part.
A good deal. When people actually use DVDs, but then you get it and it was like the DVD was all scratched up.
I've never had any issues, thankfully.
We had a couple that would like skip or something, or like it would like no, it wouldn't skip. It would like stop in the middle of a chapter and then skip to another chapter.
I'm trying to
It
think
was
of like
funny.
all the series I watched on Netflix, like anime series. I'll make it simple because I think I listed most of them on the last episode. Whereas like
God, it's
Rosario
always like,
Vampire is on.
yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
watched Persona movies, Angel Beats. I think everyone watched Angel Beats on Netflix. I feel for the most part. I could be wrong, but I feel like that was
Or
just a
if
very
you're like me, I think when I watched Angel Beats, that was when something was still alive.
pirate the seven C's.
The Seven Seas.
But there's not too much else. Like I think of Netflix now. What is Netflix's identity right now?
It's like I feel like it's the
I just think of them as L's. Like just L's and then Stranger Things.
L's. Just yes, L's. I see.
Yes, they just taken consecutive loss after loss.
Consecutive losses. Yeah. I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you. It has no identity. I think that's the point. I'm telling you, Netflix goated in like 2009. That's when Netflix is goated.
I think they had a good run until like probably 20, I'd say 15.
I'd say 2015 is when they started getting clowned on for like, the, anime adaptation, manga, Netflix adaptation kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I think 2015 they still had too much of a market share. And like just in general, no one really wanted to try out the other services, and a lot of them didn't really have good series at that point.
Yeah, I remember when people like got angry that The Office was leaving.
Oh yeah,
and that they were like rioting.
It was like in a span of like 2 years where they went from like the promised, the promised king of like series, then just all of a sudden they're just another play in the game. That's all it felt like.
Yeah, exactly. And now we're like, I remember it's like I am getting rid of all my cable boxes or whatever, because I'm just gonna get Netflix. And now basically you're paying the same price you were paying for those cable boxes back in the day, because you have to buy like Hulu, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus,
HBO Max, possibly YouTube TV if you really want to watch games.
For me, that's actually been the best investment out of all of them, I think, for me personally, just because I watch so much YouTube. So it's like not having ads.
YouTube TV and YouTube, the one you have is separate.
That's not even exactly. That's YouTube TV. Oh God.
Yep. I have YouTube TV because my family watches sports, so that's like a mandatory thing.
Oh, they have sports?
Yeah.
I thought Hulu had sports.
Hulu does. That's Hulu Live TV because that's separate than Hulu. Yep. They will find ways to get every dime out of you. Because you have YouTube.
I have YouTube Premium.
Okay. And then
which is just no ads.
Is that also basically YouTube Music?
No.
Okay.
Well, actually, I don't get any ads on the music. So, I mean, I can make playlists and stuff. I don't know if that's necessarily YouTube Music. It might be something separate. I don't know.
Yeah. I need to probably do some spring cleaning on like subscription services. Like really ask myself, do I need each one of these, and then filter out, because there's probably a few
ask myself, do I still need Funimation? There's like one show on Funimation I want.
Isn't Funimation's library on Crunchyroll already?
But they'll still charge you.
You have it still?
Oh
my god, dude. You gotta cut the wire on that one.
I gotta cut the wire on that one. I just wanted to watch one show, but then I like never watched the show. I could just watch it and then cancel it. I think it was My Senpai's Annoying or something. I heard it was good. My
Senpai's Annoying. Oh, I think I know it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I wanted to finish Wonder Egg Priority, but I heard it ends really bad.
Really? Okay, that's one that I remember very early on people talking about, and then really nothing about it near the end or after it ended.
Because something happened. I forget what exactly it was, if it was COVID or something happened, where the production got halted. Or it might have been one of the actors like had an accident. And then production got halted. I think they lost a bunch of money, and they didn't have enough money to finish production or something like that.
Oh.
And then so they took like I think a month-long break in the middle of the season, and then they had to like go back and finish those last couple episodes, and it was like really rushed and really bad.
Yeah, that's understandable.
So, it was also an anime original, I think. I don't think it was based on it.
Okay, that makes sense then for why it would not have done well in the last few episodes. Because that does sound like hell. It was a
whole big old drama, yeah. It was pretty rough.
A series that I thought sounded cool, just the idea of it, is a manga that's coming out of Detroit Become Human Tokyo Stories.
Ooh, that actually does sound cool. I remember Detroit Become Human. Why wouldn't it just be Tokyo
Okay,
Become Human?
no, because it's the IP of Detroit Become Human. But the reason why it's Tokyo Stories for any of you who haven't played Detroit Become Human, it is a game where androids are normal in society, and then like kind of near mid game, you're playing as androids the whole time. You have the option to revolt because you are being mistreated.
Right.
The Tokyo Stories,
Because they are sentient, basically, right? It's just like
some of them become sentient. Like they have
mm,
the capability, but they just need like that push. They need to go against the grain.
the rage.
And Tokyo Stories is takes place very early in the Android process, where they
Development.
are first coming out as idols, and the main character, I guess, is an idol in Japan who is an android.
So it's Hasane Miko, basically.
The thing that sounds interesting is, I guess, it's that point, but then also once they start putting androids in other positions, so they're taking other people's jobs. And because like in Detroit Become Human, like that's one of the big stigmas for for the androids in that story is the fact that a lot of people are jobless because androids have taken their jobs. So it's going to be interesting seeing that specific arc of when jobs or people are getting let go because of the androids replacing them. So it's a manga that the concept
that reminds
sounds
me.
good.
Yeah, that reminds me of a tweet I saw today of a. You know those Boston Dynamic dogs or whatever, the robot dogs?
No.
You've seen those.
Oh,
they're like the little terrain dogs or whatever, like the robot
possibly.
Yeah. There was one with a like a AK on its back. It was shooting guns.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It looked like something kind of Black Mirror. It was it had like a targeting system and everything.
Okay, Black Mirror is another thing that apparently I should have watched.
Oh, that one was good.
Was that a Netflix original?
But that was based on another. That was based on a BBC show.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
That's where it started, but then it went to Netflix.
Okay, then that makes sense.
If I'm correct. Or the first season? No, it was the first season was on BBC, and then or some British channel, whatever, and then they got picked up by Netflix for another season because they weren't going to get picked up otherwise.
Was Bandersnatch in season 1 or season 2?
Yes. No, that was season 3.
Or season 3? Okay, I was completely lost. I thought there was only 2 seasons
like 3 or
of
4
that
seasons.
show. Yeah, that concept seems interesting to me. I want to see how it's portrayed. See what the initial reception is of androids when they first start going into the market. I like Detroit Become Human. It was a great game. I watched like.
Did you play the whole way through, or did you watch? I feel like I know a lot of people that watched.
I watched 2 people play through it, and my brother is one of the people I watched play through it. It seems fun.
It seems like a fun game to play with somebody else there.
Yes, it is. It's
because you're like discussing it or whatever, like discussing the choices and stuff.
Yeah, and then you also see when one person makes a choice that you are not happy with, it's something, because you always get the little petty feedback from the peanut gallery. It's a nice experience. The Quarry was a game I thought was pretty cool in concept.
The Quarry, that's like the new Until Dawn.
Yeah,
right.
I wasn't too crazy on some of the graphics that I saw.
No, they have a very particular style, a little Uncanny Valley-ish. It's because they take the faces from actors.
Oh no, the style itself was fine. It was just there were times where I don't know if it was bugs or something, and like they've been patched, but it did not look completely polished, I will say.
I mean, yeah.
But one of the things I thought was cool in that one was you can assign multiple people to specific characters, or like if you had a group of 6 people, you can like assign a person to each character. So anytime like you had to play as like, let's say character 3, then that person in the friend group plays as them.
Yeah,
that's cool because it's for a whole group environment in a story game.
Yeah, that seems like something we can get all our friends, and then like you could probably share one controller.
Yeah, right? That's how it is. It's one controller that just gets passed around.
That's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect. People just need to design cool shit. I love when people design.
I mean,
stuff.
The game that's amazing right now is Stray. The game is the cat.
Oh, Stray, the cat game. Yeah, I haven't seen the reactions to it because it came out today, I think, right?
Yesterday. I've seen a bunch of people play it. I haven't watched too much, but one of the things I found funny is they released merch, and it's like cat stuff, like genuine cat merch, like a bag to hold
like
it,
cat toys and stuff,
like a cat or holder for cats, like if you want them like on your back or something, like in a pouch.
A little
And
backpack.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then a leash. It was pretty funny. I think those things like
Dude,
that are really cool.
do you take a cat for a walk? Is that what you do?
I don't know. Actually, that's a good point.
I'm a
It, I,
dog person,
it
so I
might have
don't
just
know.
been a collar, not a leash.
Yeah,
Then
call it a little thing.
I think personally, I like cats more, but I am very badly allergic to cats, so I
Yeah.
have to claim myself as a dog person because dogs are cool. I just I just can't be with cats for extended periods of time unless I want to freaking nearly
I
die.
think I technically can be with either, but I've had better experience with dogs than with cats. So allergy wise. So
Big dog or small dogs?
honestly, I think it's the small
Preference.
dogs that like shed more sometimes. Well, no, some like small dogs just like get everywhere and then they leave like hairs like everywhere.
That is true. And I
Um,
will say I didn't preference this. Which is your favorite, or which do you
my
prefer?
favorite,
Yeah.
my favorite. Medium sized dogs. I like not. We're not talking about like a what's it called, a Saint Bernard. We're talking Shiba Inu. We're talking a terrier,
Okay.
like a those ones that look like they have mustaches.
Looks
Have
like
you
they have
seen those?
mustaches.
Yeah, like they look like they have like a beard, like a full beard. There's a name for them.
I have.
Scottish Terrier, I think.
Oh, okay, okay. I was gonna say it has a mustache. I don't know what kind of dog you're talking about.
Yeah, Scottish Terrier. It's like a Scottish Terrier
Okay, I will
mix.
ask. This is a social study. Does one relative in your family have a Chihuahua?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. I swear every family has one Chihuahua in their life at
Yeah.
least.
Yes.
Mine wasn't
Or
direct,
like, oh,
but it
dude,
was cousin.
I remember like I felt like it was like not too long ago, like in the 2010s, where everybody had like a what were they called? Or like the teacup little like mini like terriers, I think they were. Or
Oh,
was it
yeah, that is a type of terrier. I think I know what you're talking about because I played
like
Nintendogs.
these tiny ones that like every girl wanted one? Like, that's funny.
Most of my dog knowledge is from Nintendogs, I will say. Like in
Nintendogs.
terms of breeds of
Nice.
dogs, it's mostly from Nintendogs. I
Nintendogs was like
was
when your parents did not want to get you a dog, and they're just like, "Yo, play this DS game real quick."
I don't know how I got Nintendogs. I don't think I would ask them to buy me Nintendogs. I just had
Nintendogs
it.
just appeared in your house
Yeah.
at some point.
It's
That's
like
what
fairly
happens.
it's like fairly odd parents. You don't ask for them, but you're just lonely and
It just appears. Yeah.
you don't have a companion. Just Nintendogs pops up on your DS.
Well, like, do I get a dog that will shit in like in my bed, or do I get a $30 DS game? I'm gonna go for the $30 DS
I will
game.
say though, I my dog won championships for discus throw, all that shit.
Fuck it, dude. I was surprised I didn't get. I'm the type of person that would have totally gotten it, but I didn't get Nintendogs. I had Webkinz as a kid.
I was actually thinking of that because I think I
Yeah,
talked about it where it's like a lot of people played like Club Penguin
yeah.
or RuneScape. I was
That
like,
was my thing. Yeah,
my cousins had Webkins, so that's what I played on my
yeah,
limited time on a computer.
yeah. I played. I had a phase where I was just playing all of the like the kid MMOs. So like Toontown, um,
Neopets.
Neopets. There was like ones that were like on Nick.com where it was like
Oh,
where it was like during the Nick's Kids Choice Awards. You could build your own like little house and stuff. Habbo Hotel.
I don't know. No,
You don't know Habbo Hotel?
no.
Damn. Club Penguin. Club Penguin was huge for me. I had a whole Club Penguin phase.
See, I never played Club Penguin. It's
I
just like
I, I bought one of the DS games for Club Penguin.
Club Penguin
I
had
had
a
DS
DS game.
games. Yeah, it was actually a cool little game. It was like a little detective game,
Mhm.
little Phoenix Wright game.
Pop quiz. Do you remember where you got Webkins at? What store?
My I think it was that was so long ago. I think it was my mom used to work at like a kids apparel store. I think I got it there.
Oh, really? I thought they only
Yeah.
sold at Hallmarks. That's where I got it from.
No.
Okay,
No,
then never mind.
I remember they used to sell them at the chocolate store in Pismo.
There's a chocolate store in Pizza. What the hell? I don't even know that.
It's called Rocky Mountain Chocolate or something like
Oh,
that.
actually, you just naming that? Okay, I remember it.
Yeah, it's the one in the little the outlets. Yeah.
Okay.
And they sold Webkinz there. I remember that.
Whoa. Okay, I'm remembering it more and more as you said. I remember that place. Oh my god.
Because they had like a whole line of them. I was like,
yeah, it
why?
was a good place. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and they also had like treats for dogs in there, like actual treats for dogs.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that specifically because I was like, I want that. It's like, no, that's actually for dogs. It's like, oh, the gummy bears at that place were legit though. Gummy bears.
That was okay. That was I get. Yeah, the gummy bears. I think that was the only thing I ever got at Rocky Road or Rocky Mountain.
Yeah, it was like chocolate covered gummy bears.
My only online experience as a kid though was Webkinz. Like that's it. Because everything else just didn't have opportunities to play.
Yeah, I had to like I always had like the fear that my parents were gonna say no, I can't play this game. So I was always like trying to like convince them. I like set up presentations like this is why I want to play this game.
Go to page 13 of the appendix and we can go over the pros.
The pros. This is the payment plans. We're gonna skip over that. We're gonna skip over that one real quick.
A 2-year contract.
The 2-year contract. Yes, we do need to pay $120 because that's the best deal, and I get it for like a year.
Yeah. Oh my god. I can't imagine. How the fuck?
I never got the. I always wanted the year pass or whatever. And it's like, no, you get like 1 month maybe.
I'm trying to think like how did I know my family my family bought me games as a kid because that's the only way I could have afforded them. I didn't have no fucking job, but I can't imagine myself like asking for games a lot. But it kind of makes sense because I remember myself not having a wide variety of clothes. I'm like that must have been where my money went was to buying games. I came to like elementary school probably in like 4 different jackets. Is like that was the max. I had a red one, a blue one, and probably like 2 others. I think that was it.
Yeah, see, that was a benefit. My mom always got kids' clothes like at a really good discount. So I had a lot of clothes, but from the same brands. So I had like one brand. You know what I mean? I had Quicksilver. That's what I wore.
Quicksilver? Yeah, that's a brand. That like
Volcom.
I was gonna say Volcom is the other like swimwear, like skatewear kind of brand I think of, and there's one other that I can't.
Hurley or DC.
Damn, you're actually just like throwing back a full like generation of people's clothing.
Yeah. Of boys' clothing, Vans.
Wait, Vans. I'll still wear some Vans, depending. Yeah. I think there's an era of checkered Vans. That people
the checkered Vans, yes, and then people would customize and put like colors on there.
Oh yeah, and whole era. That was the Jansport backpack era.
Jansport bag. I still have my Jansport. I wore a Jansport backpack to college because I didn't want to buy a new one.
I think the only reason I retired mine was because too many sodas broke.
Yeah,
in my bag.
It would be like you'd leave something in there for like a little too long, and then it would just smell.
Oh, and it was just cans of soda would constantly break because I used to sell sodas in my bag.
Dude, yeah, there was so many people that like sold stuff or like baked goods or like candy.
Yeah, I would just get dropped off down the street, get a 6-pack of Dr. Pepper, buy it for like $2.99, $3.99, sell 5 of them, end up with a profit and drink one, and that was like my daily thing as a junior high student.
Daily grind. Yeah, the grind set.
It was how I functioned. That was how I afforded lunch too. Probably now that I think about it, that's where my money is going to games. So I have to come up somehow.
Fuck.
No, there was some good times. It was some good times. And then you reminded me last week, like after we recorded the podcast, we were talking about events we were going to in the future, and we're talking once again like this era of like 2012 to probably like 2016. Well, for me it's 2017. I went to a Group Love and 2-day cinema two-door cinema club concert.
Fuck, I would have loved to do that shit.
I was like, I completely blanked that out of my mind, and we were just talking about bands like that were popular during that time, and just like a memory popped up like, wait, went here. Or like I attended a concert
I
here.
saw them in a concert.
I saw them live. I should have a pin from Group Love because it was like a 2-1, and I have one, and my friend who I went to the concert with has one.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if she still has hers. But I think I lost mine. I'll have to actually scour to see if I do. But it was a good concert. It's just completely blanked on everything involving it.
I was on so many drugs. I don't remember a thing.
I don't know. I was completely sober, but I just have shit memory. I went to that concert. I went to Starfucker.
I finally have money. So I'm like going all out. I think I have like 3 events I'm going to in the next 3 months. Like I am booked.
Yeah. We were talking about this like previous weeks up to this. Like we got to do stuff, and we're going to go to some stuff now.
We're going to go to some stuff.
You want to give the breakdown?
Okay. I'm going to Outside Lands 2 weeks. Music festival. My first one. I'm very excited.
Who are you going for? Like the main people?
I think main people's Weezer for sure. The Marias. I'm going to go see Green Day. I think that concert is going to be fun. Even though I'm not the biggest Green Day fan, I think it's going to be hype. So I'm probably going to go watch, oh God, what's his name?
Wasn't it Post Malone?
Yeah, Post Malone and Jack Harlow.
Oh yes, that's an individual.
I think he'll put on a good show. So I think it's gonna be fun. Even though I don't really listen to him too much, but I think it's gonna be fun.
Wait, did I ever ask you what's your favorite Weezer album?
My favorite Weezer album. I think it has to be between like the OG Blue and White.
Blue Solid. White. I was thinking Blue or White for me, or oh my goodness, I'm actually gonna blank on the album.
Second one?
No, not the second one. Not. I think that one's Pinkerton.
Pinkerton, yeah.
I think it could also be for me. There's some songs on Maladroit I loved, but that one is just some instrumental songs. You know what's the weirdest thing is Weezer has a song with Lil Wayne on the album Ratitude.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
I remember because the intro is they say like Weezer with Wheezy or something along those lines. and there's just a part of my memory where it's just like, all right, that was a collab for some reason.
Their cover album wasn't too bad either. The Teal album.
Cover album.
Yeah, where they did like Africa and like I forgot what other song. I just remember that.
Whenever I hear Africa,
but I do remember listening to that album.
When I think of Africa, I think of Weezer's cover of Africa. I think of our friend Vince because he actually attended Weezer live and he said that was apparently a song that got the people singing was their cover of Africa. And I was just like, okay.
There was a whole meme on Twitter for like a while. I think the only reason they did it was because someone tweeted at them saying like, I'm manifesting Weezer do a cover of Africa by Toto.
That's interesting. Like they could have asked for anything, and that's what they asked for.
That was the cover of the single. It was like just a tweet.
That's all right. More power to you. I haven't listened to an album, I think, since the White Album. That was also one where you mentioned it to me first in our math class.
Wrong. That was our senior English class.
I don't think I remember. No, I think it was math class.
It was a zero period. Our first period.
I know it was our first class we had together, but I feel like it was math class.
I remember us listening to it in that class specifically. I feel like I remember pretty hard.
All right. I will trust you. It was math class that I found out one of my favorite music artists died. I know that for sure. That was when Prince died. And I was very sad. I was like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to listen to this lecture that I don't want to listen to when all I want to do is listen to music right now? So I will trust you on that Weezer was on.
Yeah, because we had that class first and I was probably listening to it already.
Huh. Damn. I always knew my memory is shot, but like, come on.
Did we have math class together?
Yes.
We did. Yeah, you sat in front of me. Yeah,
I'll blurt out that name. But yeah, it was his class. We had 3 classes in a row together because we also had economics.
Yes,
before
we had like 3 classes together. That was crazy.
It was like the early 3 classes, and then after that.
Yeah, and I only had 4 classes that year.
You only had 4? Wait,
I think so. Yeah,
I had 5.
I went ham junior year, and I did like 6 classes or something. So I got to only have I left after lunch. Damn,
lucky bastard.
Yeah.
I tried to do that, but I fucked up and
The
That's the only
scheduling?
reason I did cross country
Oh,
was to get out of class early,
right.
but I didn't get a health class booked in time. So there was going to be a gap in my school period. So they just kind of forced me to have another class. I was like, well, this fucking blows. What was the point of me running for half a fucking year? I got a nosebleed on that last race across country. So what the
What'd you
fuck was
do
this
to
all
get a
for?
nosebleed? Was it
I
high
don't
altitude
know.
or something?
I was fucking. I will
You
say
were huffing and
I got
puffing?
shins. I was dying in that last race because I got shin splints. I think near the end of
Shins would
this,
suck, yeah.
near the end, I was like, I'm not gonna not race my last race here.
Yeah.
So I still ran, and I don't think I was in perfect shape for that race. So I got a nosebleed. I don't remember what. I will say though, they retired that jersey. I will say they reused that jersey. I'm pretty sure that shit was from the 90s, given what they look like. But I know for sure no one used that jersey after I
Because
used
you
it.
bled all over it.
There was just blood all over it. It was a yellow jersey with just blood on it. So I was like, this shit is gone after this year.
It's done.
It's done.
Yeah. At least you didn't get kicked out of your senior volleyball team, like when you'd been there for 3 years.
They kicked you out?
I got dropped on my last year. I didn't go to varsity.
Oh, that's hands.
I heard that, but I heard from our mutual friend who was also on that team that they sucked dick that year. So I don't care.
Did they change coaches? Like, was it the coach that was with you for the first 3?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We had the same coach for 2 years prior to that, and then they changed the coach, and apparently he was garbage.
Wait, so was the one who kicked you the coach that you had, or was it a new coach?
New coach.
Oh, okay. I thought the coach that was with you for like 2 years, like, sorry, kid, you're not making it this year.
You're not making it. Which I understand, kind of, because I was like out of shape and bad at volleyball. But yeah, I had a girlfriend instead, so I didn't really care. Instead of doing that, so I didn't care at all. And then actually it helped because I just spent time focusing on college applications because it was around that time.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So it ended up actually kind of working out.
Yeah, I am very glad. I think that's the only reason I was able to go Cal Poly was because of focusing on scholarships in high school, my senior year. Because I will say nobody in our area really applied to them. I got one from the Foundation, which is I was like the only guy out of like 14 people who got it. And I remember the reason I remember this one is because it was the first time I heard the word harem used. Was this old? Yes. Okay. Yes. This is gonna sound weird, but that's actually the first time I actually heard the word harem used. Was I received or everyone received the scholarship, got or had to go to the assembly or like meeting, wherever the reception thing, and they asked to take a picture. And right before I take picture, like I was walking up, and I think they asked me to sit in the middle because I was the only guy, and like the 6-year-old white woman was just like, it looks like a harem. Like she told me this, she was talking to me specifically. She's like, oh, it's like a little harem. I was like, what the fuck's a harem? And look it up, and this is before I became a full degenerate, so I was like, I didn't know what the hell it was.
Like, why is this lady saying this?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what the fuck this means, but it's just me and like it was like me and like 13 girls like who received the scholarship. So like now that I know what the word means, it's just like, why did you know this? Why did she know this term? That's what I want to know.
Actually, that is a general term. It's not necessarily. I mean, anime has degeneratized it, but it was a term before. I don't know why she'd say that because it's kind of like a weird implication, but
yeah, it is weird. Yeah. I'll be honest.
It's weird to say that for sure. Still,
yeah, I don't know. Unless she's just a closet weeb in her later years.
Yeah, she was there at the beginning.
She's forum posting.
She's on 4chan.
she's that whole organization's actually just a translation site. Just translating manga in their side as a side job.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, no, I got like that specific year though. I think I got like $17,000 in scholarships outside of
Jesus. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's the only reason I
That's
was able to live
pretty
on
good.
campus or go to college, I'd say. So if any of you are younger, clean those
Yeah,
up.
just do it. It's really
Yeah.
annoying, but probably do it. Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a page. It doesn't have to be a great page. Pre-fruit it. Have
Yeah.
someone else pre-fruit
Uh,
it. Proofread
dude,
it.
we did that big one, the Santa Barbara one, and it was like I was just so scared for like the interview, and it was like, dude, pretty much they were just asking you, "Are you like a good student?" And then I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Yeah."
Do you do
Like, all right,
extracurriculars?
that's cool. Yeah, yeah. It's like, are you like nice? Do
Do you have any felonies? Nope.
you have
Good
any
to go.
felonies?
Yeah, that was actually one that was just so simple, but I can understand it because that was actually one where I think they kind of pushed everyone to try to get that one,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
specific
because a
one.
lot of people got it. Yeah.
But literally, like some of them, they just went unknown to everyone, just completely quiet. It's also one I got for a fucking breakfast. I'm be honest, I got $1,000 from that one like a year, so thank them. But I just remember the breakfast that I got for the award ceremony more because it's at a Chinese restaurant. I was like, damn, this shit is good, but it's destroying my stomach when I went back to school after I ate. It's like this is not it
Oh,
right
it
now.
wasn't like a whole like it was during the
It was
school day.
it was
Kinda.
a
Yeah.
weekday, and I had to go to the event like at 11, and then I just came back. It's like, oh my god, get me out of here, boss! I can't. Oh yeah, but we only talked about one event so far. We just talked about you
Whatever.
going
Okay,
to outside
let's go
events.
quick. I'm going to Bad Bunny. It's not a big like. I mean, it is big because like a lot of people couldn't get in, and I did. Fuck you, but but that's
Do
gonna
you
be fun.
know
I'm not
any
like
Bad
super
Bunny
into Bad Bunny,
songs?
but like,
Okay.
but it seems like it's gonna be like a fun time. So I'm down. You know,
What city is it in?
L.A., Los Angeles, baby.
Oh shit.
See the
That's dope. That's
angels.
dope.
You know,
Uh, hey, the October though. That's the joint trip
that's the
though.
joint. That's the lost the virtually lost trip we're doing to SF.
Gonna watch Trash Taste live in San
Trash Taste
Francisco.
live, and we're gonna sit 5 seats away from each other.
Yeah.
Just an awkward distance away.
I will say I'm glad that I asked you though on the seat though, because I somehow queued up for the seat first, and they almost hoed
And
me
you
and
got
threw
a
me
worse
back
seat.
into row T. Yeah, they almost threw me back into row T, and then he tells me like a minute later, he's like, "Hey, I got row M. What seat are you?" I'm like, "What the fuck, row M? Like, why are they throwing me so far back?" So I just refresh it. I had to get a new seat. But yeah, we could probably ask someone. There's probably someone who's going
Yeah.
solo and it's just fine with swapping a seat if need be. If
Oh,
not,
that's
then just make friends with whoever you're sitting with.
Yeah, I'll just be chilling next to you. My luck, I'm gonna be between two people that want to sit next to each other. I'm gonna be like, or I'm gonna be in the middle of a giant group of people.
Oh yeah, just fucking be an awkward individual. Just
Hello. I see you all know each other except for me. So that's interesting.
I see you're talking over me.
I see
your
you're
friends.
talking over me. Oh
Mhm.
man.
Yeah,
That's
and then
funny.
I got a ticket to Final Fantasy Distant Lands, Distant World. It was an orchestra concert in September in LA, and I was telling my family about it, and they're just like, "Wait, how the hell are you gonna get there?" And I told them, I honestly I don't know, but I'll figure it out. It always kind of just works out for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that
episode 2 is the episode 2
Episode
story.
Episode 2
Yeah.
story kind of like reaffirmed that. I will say that I think I'm really happy about that trait, which might be an inconvenience to some people, but just being like, hey, I want to go to this, and then get the ticket, and then just kind of figure things out, hopefully before the shit hits the fan. So hopefully I end up in LA, and hopefully I find my way back, because if not, then this will be a solo podcast from then on.
You're just gonna stay there.
Yeah,
just like wandering the streets now.
I'm
I
changing
live
the
here now.
title.
I'm sorry, I live here
Virtually
now.
Lost in LA.
Actually lost in LA.
I'm still pissed though on that. I think I talked about this before, but I think I didn't do as good as I should have on my list. I can't believe I didn't put Kaguya-sama on there. It's like it eats at me every time I hear it. I was the one who had to edit it, which was a bitch, by the way. I don't know why my computer just would refuse.
Well, we said it was gonna be a bitch, and it was.
Yeah, it was a bitch to edit. It was a bitch to export. if my computer crashed like 9 times, this thing can't run too much more. But as I was listening to that podcast episode, damn, y'all make me sound like a degenerate on there. You two made me sound like scum, even more so than I think I am.
That's funny. I mean, you chose that was your decision, man. I mean, what am I supposed to tell you? That's all you.
Oh
That's
no,
all
not,
you.
not the two
You
lover part. The
just
two lover part was, that I just have to accept. That's something I put in there. Kaguya-sama, I don't know if I would replace it, but I do think it should be in the top 9 for me. But we'll run it back in like a year, see how some things have changed. But yeah, it's if you haven't watched that episode, it might seem long, but it is definitely it's a different vibe of having 3 people on an episode for
yes.
sure.
It's very different vibe than our usual shows for sure. But it's a
Mhm.
good one. All right, everybody. Well, it's episode 61. I'm glad you were able to join us today, and we'll see you next time.
See, sorry, that shit going.
I kind of did like like PBS,
Yeah, I was
like
like, this man's like
announcements or
looking
something.
straight up into the camera, looking into my soul.